Hello, my name is Samuel Warwick. I have autism. The entertainment industry has been a huge part of my childhood. So, by being inspired to see other entertainment podcasters interviewing other people from television shows, I decided to do one myself. To know about some funny behind the scenes, bloopers, and some stuff that we probably didn't know about while they were making the certain type of show. This is Entertainment Treasure Talk with Samuel Warwick. Let's go to the podcast now. Yep, and we're on. Alright, well hello there everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Entertainment Treasure Talk with Samuel Warwick. I am your host, of course, as always, me, Samuel Warwick, and this is actually going to be a little bit of a different episode because we're not going to have anybody from television this time. We're actually going to be having one of my YouTube friends join me on this podcast today. I don't have any co-hosts with me, but I do have somebody from one of my friends, and he volunteered to be interviewed for I don't know what, but he decided to help me out with this. So, yeah. So you guys probably know him best because he's best friends with one of my current hosts that I had 5 episodes ago, Michael Ruffins. He's really best friends with him, and he also has done his stuff. He also has done work as well with me and him together on a lot of Mike's projects. So you probably know him. And he's also doing some of his own creation work with some of his favorite shows as well. So I think you guys probably know who this dude is. It's none other than my good friend, Ally Jessa. And you might know him on YouTube as Ally Jessa 2000. But Ally Jessa is here with us. And...
Hi, everyone.
Yep. Hello, Ally. How is it? Are you excited to be here?
Yeah, and hello, Sam. Yeah, it's an honor to be here in your podcast, Entertainment Treasure Talks podcast. I mean, wow, this is so amazing.
Yeah, it really is. It really is, and yeah. So 5 episodes ago when I interviewed Mike, the thing is, when I interviewed him 5 episodes ago, even though if he wasn't on television, I'm trying to think, what to really say, even though he wasn't on television, it's great that we can come up with so many good things, and that, not even sometimes I can't even come up with, I can come up with my own characters, but I don't even know if I can come up with my own series myself, really, with just random stuff. Like, man, how could he, he does all the music. How does he do that? That's really cool.
Well, yeah, Mike uses his imagination to work with music on his movies, like Mike and the Funtime Gang, Rainbows Riddles, all kinds of various things.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Mike is quite the phenomenon.
He really is. Yeah, he really is. And I told him, is he gonna get it into an actual television show or an actual streaming show? That's what I asked him.
Yeah.
He said, he'd love to do that.
Because he mentioned that he loved to work for television or movies, because, like he mentioned, that he wanted to be a movie maker when he grows up and to entertain millions of people out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But anyway, now
go ahead. Yeah, I also work with Mike too, like with one of his projects. Like I draw the artwork and I do the voices and everything like that. And I'm very proud to help with Mike with all.
I just do the voice. I can do the voices, and I can probably help with sound design. I can do like the dubbing track and all that if he'll let me do that. I can probably do the whole dubbing track. Like release it in, like, if people wanted to do dubs, I could just say, okay, here you go. I'm the sound mixer. I've always wanted to be in sound design and voice. That's what I've done. If you haven't seen my instrumentals on my YouTube channel, that's what I've done. I've done great work like that. And so normally I ask people their origin story of how they got started with, YouTube. And it's kind of same as me. I grew up watching shows and collecting DVDs as well. So
Yeah.
so like I want to hear your side, your side of your story. Hear you explain it because I like to hear people explain it out of their mouths.
Yeah. Speaking of video collecting, as what you mentioned, yeah. If you're looking at right here, where we're in the interview,
Yeah.
I have a huge VHS collection. I also have DVD collections too.
Yeah.
I've been collecting VHS tapes and DVDs for a very long time, since I was a baby in 2000 till now.
Of course, of course. Yeah, I've collected movies and DVDs, and a lot of them are, some of them are still old, but most are new because we were babies and they would just fall over everywhere. But
Right.
yeah, I've been collecting VHSs too as well, and gaming things and stuff like that. So it's
I did get some recently, back on Sunday.
cool.
Yeah, I got the blank VHS pack, like 5 of the blank VHS tapes pack, like the BG video cassettes. Like that's where I'm gonna make more homemade VHSs very soon. I also got another Barney tape, Night Before Christmas, 1999 Lyric
Yes.
Studios VHS, and I also got Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Oh,
A
nice.
classic
That's an interesting movie. That really is. I've seen it.
Yeah,
That's a real interesting movie.
and a Dr. Seuss VHS.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Dr. Seuss.
And a Dr. Seuss VHS.
Nice.
Yeah. I think it was, let me check, what tape do I have? Dr. Seuss's, The Grinch's The Cat in the Hat. That's the name of the tape.
Oh, Grinch is the Cat in the Hat. Oh, wow. Is it the cartoon one or the real life one?
The cartoon one.
Yeah. Honestly, a lot of real life Dr. Seuss movies, they're fine. They're not the greatest. But, because I remember some of them used to freaking scare me. I remember the Grinch used to scare me, like the real life Grinch of Jim Carrey used to actually scare me when I was like, my God, when I first saw that movie, I was like, oh, jeez.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, oh, jeez. And then with the Cat in the Hat, I wasn't scared of it, but I was just like, what the heck?
Right.
It was more of a what the heck, just, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I love Dr. Seuss. Great children's book series. I used to read some when I was younger. They're classic. You can't go wrong with them.
Yeah, you can't, yeah, you can't. And anyway,
Like nostalgia.
yeah, anyway, I do have to ask, now I already asked, you're beginning to, YouTube and collection of VHSs, but I want to know, you just recently, a few years ago, you recently started your own series called Ally's Playhouse. And honestly, I gotta ask, how is that like being a part of, and doing all these things with Ally, with all your favorite characters and your favorite shows,
It feels great to mix everything together. Like you combine your favorite shows into one video of your own show.
Of course.
What shows you want to put in your own series, and you have to think of what songs you want to put, and then you combine it together. Like you mix Barney, the Wiggles, Blue, Thomas, Bob.
Yeah, exactly.
They're my 5 main favorite shows. So what made me come on with Ally's Playhouse? Well, let me start off by saying, back in 2017, I wanted to do a new show, but I never did. But I actually I was thinking of doing a show called Ally and Friends. It's involves 4 characters of me, Lisa the ladybug, Zebby the zebra, and Teddy, the teddy bear. By then, until around 2019. Actually, let me start by saying I forgot to say. Barney and the Wiggles inspired me to do Ally's Playhouse, but it's not just those shows. I was inspired by the one and only Michael Ruffins, who you know he did he I know he mentioned in the
Yes.
in his episode
Yes.
he would he did a movie called the Celebration, the Song Club Celebration, inspired by the Wiggles 2 which I know that's basically how it's basically Mike, Rainbow Paul, George Freeman, and Cardigan the Lamp are going to go to the celebration part, but the bus broke down. Oh no! So
Yeah.
they had to call a mechanic to fix the bus in there. It's kind of like the Wiggles 2 thing story.
Yeah, I actually do remember that video. Now, I know I'm not, like I said, I'm not really huge on, the Wiggles. I entirely just, honestly,
Right.
I could, send them to whatever, but
I totally respect your opinion on the Wiggles.
Yeah,
And
but I know. And I mean, I'm not really into Barney much either, but honestly, I can tolerate Barney more. Nowadays, I can tolerate Barney more. I mean, I still don't particularly care for it, but I can tolerate it more now because because I've been watching it, and I honestly I've liked some of the features that they've done to Barney and some of the kids. And one of the things I really enjoy about Barney is I actually remember when around the time Selena and Demi during the early parts of the Park era when they did it. When they were on the show.
Like Gianna and Angela,
yes.
The two girls that were played.
Yes. Gianna was played by Selena and Angela was played by Demi. So, and I actually enjoy I actually enjoyed the kids from those first 2 seasons actually.
Yeah, same. I mainly grew up with the season 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8 era, and the 9 was okay. For the Barney and Friends era. So yeah, brings the nostalgia feeling to it. Barney is a phenomenal purple dinosaur who teaches kids about using their imagination to show how to share and care and love and all that.
He is.
So yeah, So back to Ally's Playhouse, for example. So yeah, I was inspired by Michael Ruffins to do the Song Club movie. Because I like how he does the animation and everything, and Mike, if you're watching this, a shout out to you, buddy.
Yeah, shout out to Michael Ruffins.
I was inspired by him because I know how he does the animation and everything like that, and the movements, and also the characters and the music videos, how he made and everything. And I know how to do it already, so I already know how to do it. So I made my own Ally's Playhouse, but I actually made a music video. You're familiar with Greg and Steve, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I used to listen to them at school all the time when I was a kid. I loved Greg and Steve.
Yeah, me too. I listened to one of the first songs I've listened to back in kindergarten. We were during circle time at kindergarten. We sang "Good Morning to You." That's a classic song from the 1960s. That was actually my very first music video I did. I did the music video. For that way, that's when I started doing music videos, and then I did movies. So Ally's Playhouse. It's basically me, Ally. Hello. Wally the bear. Wally Dolly. He's green. Billy Boy. The Billy the dog, who's blue. He's kind of like Blue from Blue's Clues, you may ask.
Yes.
and Cutie Chloe the cat, who's pinkish or purple. So the 4 main characters. Ally's Playhouse is basically me and my animal friends. We're singing along to some of our favorite songs, featuring our favorite shows like Barney, The Wiggles, Blue's Clues, Bob the Builder, Thomas and Friends, and Bob Singleton. Who's the music composer for Barney and Friends, but not just that, but Sunday school songs as well.
Yes.
And other kinds of stuff. And so Ally's Playhouse was a great series. I did, however, the first episode of Ally's Playhouse was first debuted in June 2nd, 2020, 2 years ago.
Yes,
so,
I remember that.
And it was a big success. I had fun making the movie, and it was a lot of fun. I want to do more and more, so I made more episodes of Ally's Playhouse, and then until I don't think I can continue doing the series any longer. So I ended the series with the final episode. Good morning to you, the best of Ally's Playhouse. I did that back in January 2nd of this year. We're getting work because we were there at the beginning of the year. And so I moved on to so I moved on to a brand new video series. It's Ally's favorite Bob Singleton songs, a Christian children's video series where me and the coloring team, me, Mike, and the children were singing some Bob Singleton songs. We were singing some Sunday school songs about the Word of God.
Sunday school songs.
I was inspired by a Bob Singleton video Bible action songs, which is from 1994, which is a musical sing-along video where there's some songs where the kids were singing and dancing and all that stuff. And you could say that it's a spin-off of Ally's Playhouse. So Ally's favorite Bob Singleton song is an Ally's spin-off. Pardon me. Ally's favorite Bob Singleton songs. It is a great video series. Then I did my own Barney movies. I did 5 of them. I Love to Sing with Barney, A Great Day for Learning, Run, Jump, Skip, and Sing, Happy Holidays of Barney, and Barney's favorite songs. And I even did a concert Barney and the Wiggles movie, Dancing in the Aisles, which it is a great concert video I did. I had fun making it. I did a Blue's Clues video based off the album called A Playdate with Blue, and I did a Chuck E. Cheese movie, The Best of Chuck E. Cheese's, dedicated to one of our good friends, Kirsten Seataylor. Shout out to you, Kirsten.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know she's a big Chuck E. Cheese fan as much as we all do.
Yes.
Yeah.
To be honest, I've only been to Chuck E. Cheese twice in my life, so... Yeah, it's... Yeah, so... It's nice to watch the videos, but I wish I could go to the play place again, because to really be fair, I remember, but it's just so expensive. I've never been able to go back.
Oh, that sucks. Sorry to hear that, dude. Yeah, but you can go to Chuck E. Cheese's because it doesn't matter if you're like older or so. You could still be a kid because a kid can be a kid. That's their slogan.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd love to go back to Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh yeah. Chuck E. Cheese is one of the best play places ever. You play games, you eat pizza, and have fun. It's all that stuff.
Know.
It's the greatest place
ever.
I
know. It probably is. I say it's definitely better than a McDonald's, or
Well, I like McDonald's.
Well, as a play place, it is. As a play place.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I've been to the play place at McDonald's. I had fun going there when I was younger.
Used to, but now you're kind of too big for it because you can't really go inside there.
Too big for that.
I'm kind of too big for the freaking playground in there. I won't be able to fucking fit in there. Excuse my language, but it's just it's nostalgia. It's nostalgia. It's just nostalgia here. As a kid, you look at yourself and you're like, I don't want to be just a big person that crushes kids here.
Right.
I'm like, why is there a big boy here? Like, they'll be like, why is there a big boy here? And then they're like...
Anyway, back to Chuck E. Cheese's. A fun fact about it, Barney and Friends sponsored Chuck E. Cheese's on PBS Kids. Like
yes, I remember. Yes, I remember.
Yeah, and... I did Chuck E. Cheese's. I did the movie, and here's the saddest story about it. We were, excuse me again. We were gonna do a crossover of Bob Singleton and Rainbow's Riddles. Mike and I we were gonna do it, but unfortunately, Mike's dad doesn't want us to do it because it's not a good idea for us to help each other with the copyrighted video stuff because it's just not our things. It's just a creator's thing. I mean, I know it's for entertainment purposes, but still, it's just not.
I mean, not to point out to Michael's den or anything. I'm not trying to talk crap, but I do think it's if you guys are wanting to do something together, I think you guys should do it. That's just me.
Well, yeah. But anyway, yeah. Yeah. Well, we're not going to do a crossover of Rainbow's Riddles or Bob Singleton.
Yeah, I do understand.
Yeah, because of copyright, and we were not allowed to, because copyright shows and our own show that's not copyright don't go together.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of silly, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But there's some good news about something. Mike and I were talking the other day, a couple weeks ago, and I will point this out as an announcement. Mike and I were going to do a new show together. That's right. We're going to do a brand new series together.
Yeah.
The Adventures of Mike and Ally. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah. I think I don't know if that's the Mike if that's the series that Mike was telling me about. Like that I thought Kirsten and I were going to have our own show. Really. That's what he told me.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna I don't know what's going on with that, but he told me he was gonna do something with us two and have us two, star in something more often. Like I don't remember if it was us being starring, but he told us I was gonna have a voice role in there more often, like I've done in previous. Because remember, he used me as one of his main characters, Orange, and he explained that to me, what the character was. And so I mean of course, everybody knows the story how I got Orange, really. I went to, he originally heard my narration on a few redubs that I've done, and he said that he enjoyed my narration. I mean, to be honest, my narration, I wouldn't consider myself a very good narrator. I consider myself a better voice person than a narrator, really, because my voice is very tenor, and I don't think,
I think you're talented for everything, dude. You're pretty talented.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I do.
Everybody has special talents.
I do my best. I do my best to, I mean, I just randomly Sad. I think it was mainly Sadik who wanted me to narrate it, but narrate for his things. But I think it was Thomas Ruvo was the one he was looking at. Mike was looking at. He was looking at the Rusty and the Boulder redub of, the UK redub of, Rusty and the Boulder, because that's what Thomas Ruvo wanted. He wanted me to do the Michelangelis UK lines for. I just used my regular voice. I just said the UK lines in my regular American voice. I just didn't want to go British, because why would you want to go British?
Oh. Well, that's how you talk like that.
Yeah. Why would I want to go British if I, already had if I'm just being a narrator and not really doing much to a character? Well, what am I sounding like? Am I sounding Liverpoolish now?
Now we're going humor in this episode, so yeah, be aware of that, peeps.
And I actually watched the redub of Sadik last night, where he did, Terrence the Tractor / Terrence, Thomas, Terrence in the Snow. I remember that redub. I remember doing that, and I looked at my driver lines, and I was like, "You're a very naughty engine. Stay in your shed." I remember that. I remember saying that.
Yeah. I think I was in one of Sophics redubs.
Yeah.
So I think it was the Fogman. I believe I was the narrator of it.
Yeah, I think you were. Yeah, I think you were.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thomas and Friends, a great childhood show.
Sadix asked me to do a lot. Yeah, he's asked me to do a lot for his channel, really. So I've done quite a bit. I also have the Salty Secrets DVD as well. And it also has the Fogman on it. So I think that was the very first DVD debut of the Fogman, really. And then Thomas's Halloween also had it. So, but I like it on Thomas's. Right. I like it on Salty Secrets better, though. I think it fits it a little better, because Fogman doesn't really have nothing to do with Halloween. It's just fog in the air, winter fog. So
That's true. Back to Bob Singleton, Rainbow Rose. Yeah, we were not allowed to do it. So by own words, I ended the series early. I ended it with the best of Bob Singleton, which is my final Bob Singleton movie I did. Although on the sixth episode of Bob Singleton songs, I was gonna have Mike and Miss Blue Circle co-hosting it for me, but since they're not allowed to do it, I replaced it Kirsten and Hector instead, and you and Josiah Jackson were in it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the next episode.
I remember. I remember voicing a few of those. Yes, I remember.
Yeah, you did a great job, buddy.
Thanks. I appreciate that. By getting this podcast on, I've, been inspired by so many people to do a lot of voices. I've told, people like Ricky, I've told Mark Thompson about it. I've told Mark Thompson that I voiced, I've told. So, now, the thing is, Mike doesn't get the mouths to move, which is okay. I'm fine by that, honestly. Like, he doesn't get the mouths to move. Honestly, I'm fine by that, actually. That doesn't necessarily bother me. I kind of like, doing just voiceover. Like, it's more voiceover, but I kind of like doing it. I call it both voice acting and voiceover at the same time because, it's technically the same thing. You're experiencing your own, voice and, you're doing what you want to do.
Yeah, like, yeah, I mean, I love voicing characters, especially when I act it out by heart and while watching the videos. When I was a little kid, I always like talk. When I was a little kid, I talked back to the television. Even while I was watching I was playing Blue's Clues or watching the Blue's Clues VHS tapes, and Barney and of course Bob the Builder Thomas and the Wiggles and Kipper, and all kinds of great stuff.
Kipper the dog.
That's when because I have autism actually.
Yes.
I was 4 years old.
Same here. Like, it says that in my intro too. If you haven't seen it, it says it in my intro too. I have autism, so.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know what? I feel proud of having autism. I feel great.
And I think a lot of us should. It's very difficult sometimes, but
that's true.
We should. Yeah. And that's the thing. But I know that a lot of people are probably not going to see your whole collection and everything because this is mainly audio recorded. So,
well, that's true.
Yes, but I do see that you're wearing a Mickey Mouse shirt, which is really, really nice. It's really nice. Yeah, old Mickey Mouse shirt. Nice job! That's not bad!
Oh, yeah. Thanks. I pull out my Mickey Mouse impression. Why not?
Yeah. Well, I just dropped my raid there.
You want to come to my clubhouse?
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, let's go.
Yeah, but yeah. Yeah.
And you know the magic words. Miska, Muska, Mickey Mouse.
Oh, of course. Of course. Yep, I remember Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. I think out of any of these shows, I think PBS Kids is probably one of the most impacted for me because the thing is about PBS is that they could pull off a lot of stuff that Nickelodeon and Disney could not.
Right.
They could, PBS literally could pull off a lot of stuff that Disney and I'm not saying that Nickelodeon and Disney are better at things. Like, stuff like Blue's Clues, I really enjoyed. But I found out that, most of the stuff, a lot of the stuff from Nickelodeon, actually, because I watched it on, there was actually another channel that was similar to Noggin. Noggin, but Nick Jr. called Noggin. I meant to say Nick Jr. called Noggin. I found out that a lot of them actually were from your country, from Canada, actually. So, a lot of them were exclusively for Treehouse, but not for Noggin.
That's the channel I grew up mostly because there's a lot of great shows on Treehouse I used to watch as a kid. As you mentioned, there's a lot of great ones like the Toy Castle, the Big Comfy Couch. This is Daniel Cook.
Yeah, I remember This is Daniel Cook on Playhouse Disney as well. I remember watching that on Playhouse Disney. That was actually some good stuff.
Yeah, there's Maggie and the Ferocious Beast, Franklin, Jackson Ruby, Roly Poly Oly. Gosh, there's a lot of great Treehouse shows, and the Wiggles aired on Treehouse too, and Barney
Yeah.
and Blue's Clues.
And I think
And
Thomas did as well. Thomas did as well.
And Bob the Builder, Oswald, the Berenstein Bears. And,
so yeah, you got a lot of stuff on Treehouse actually that, a lot of us, what PBS, and the American parts of Disney and Nick Jr. did. So technically most of those shows were exclusive to Treehouse, which honestly, I'm actually very surprised. Because, PBS pulled off a lot, but PBS pulled a lot of great of their own content that has a lot of, that has a lot of entertaining learning skills on it. Now, I know that Thomas, Bob the Builder, and Barney, they were not. I mean, Thomas and Bob the Builder were not really exclusively for PBS, but they were, they were a production by Hit actually. So. But Barney and Hit Entertainment. But Barney, I think the only thing that Barney had close with, the only show that was probably Barney. Barney was probably the close show that had it with, PBS. That was probably the closest Hit show because they always interacted, So that was probably the closest that was probably the closest Hit Entertainment show that had any close interaction with PBS really.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
there's a lot of PBS kids shows I grew up watching throughout my childhood years, like Clifford the Big Red Dog,
yes.
Caillou,
yes,
Queen of the Lions,
yes,
and reading Rainbow, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood,
yes.
Dragon Tales,
yes,
and Cyber Chase. I love that show.
Yes, love Cyber Chase. Love that show.
And what else? The Teletubbies. Teletubbies. What else? Sesame Street. I'm neutral to it nowadays, but I still part of my childhood no matter what. And other great various PBS Kids shows I grew up watching throughout those years. I had a VHS recording of PBS Kids and Treehouse too.
Cool. My dad used to record a lot of my DVR stuff, but then they got deleted, so I'm not able to post them. Yeah, we've moved a lot over the years, so I was never able. Now I was able to. Now, like I said, I actually have a story. I was able to catch, before Thomas got rebranded for PBS in 2013 to go to a full CGI. I was able to catch a few of the half-hour PBS reruns that they aired. I was able to catch a few of the model reruns that they kept. But then, sadly, my dad, I think it was probably my dad, it could have been my mom, but sadly, I think it was probably my dad. One of them ended up deleting the recordings. So I'm like, man, that was my treasure. But then I never got a chance to keep the actual 30-minute models of the Hit era. I don't know if you I don't know. You might want to set. I do know one channel that's actually running Thomas. So if you do have a Thomas tape from Treehouse, you can definitely send it to Brandon Hargis. Definitely, because he's running the Thomas TV Patrol. So you can definitely.
I can try that sometime, but I'll think about it. I don't know who that user is, but for Thomas, I do have snippets of it at the end. I think it was a Christmas Thomas episode, I believe. I think it was Thomas's Christmas party, I believe, was at the end of the episode on Treehouse, before the Bob the Builder promo and everything like that. So
probably, yeah.
Yeah. So what got on my Treehouse recording? It got Oswald, Bob the Builder, a little bit of Thomas, a little bit of Berenstein Bears.
Yes.
And what else?
And like you mentioned, Caillou, I'm not big on Caillou. I don't really like Caillou either. I
respect your opinion again.
Yeah, but I do like the Kylettes though. I know you said you didn't really like the real life segment of that.
Well, I'm not really a fan of it. No, wait. No, actually, I still like it now because I find it cute in my opinion. So yeah.
I've always liked the Kylette segment though. I like that. Yeah. I know I posted a few of those. I'm not a big fan of Caillou. I like the Kylette segment, so I just posted that. I feel bad for them though that they had to act like that. I'm sorry. It's okay, but it's okay though.
What else is there? Oh yeah, for the PBS recording, it got Barney, it got Sesame Street, and the Teletubbies. It got Booba, which I don't like that show.
Yeah, ugh, Booba, no, nah, Booba, no, ugh, Booba.
Anyway, and the other one, I had another recording. It got Barney again. It got the episode Terrific Manners. In case you're wondering what the other episode it was Split Splash. The season 7 era, and then it got Dora the Explorer episode on Nick Jr. and Sesame Street and you name it, which is those recordings. I still have them to this day.
Yeah. Also,
I also had a PBS Kids Christmas recording. It got the ending. It got ending of Angelina Ballerina. The show must go on. And then it got Barney's Christmas Star, aired on PBS Kids as well.
Oh,
and
I think I remember that.
Well, and Elmo's World Happy Holidays as well.
Yes,
and
I also remember that.
Yeah, it's a classic. And again, Booba, but at the end only. And then the Teletubbies as well, which those are the recordings I have. And what else is there? About the Bob, I ended Bob Singleton, getting back to Bob Singleton, I ended Bob Singleton with the best of Bob Singleton, so I ended that series, and I planned a grand finale, and by the way, you met, and as I said before, you know I said I ended Ally's Playhouse, right?
Yes.
Well, the good news is I'm bringing it back.
All right. So, I can't wait to see.
Yeah, I'm premiering at an Ally's Playhouse reunion special, but it's Ally's Playhouse and You. Yep, it's a reboot video.
It kind of sounds like Blue's Clues in You.
Yeah, that's the inspiration. Where
oh wow! Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I redesigned myself and the characters and everything, and I'm premiering it this Sunday on September the 18th at 3 o'clock my time, so stay tuned for that, everybody.
Yes, I can't wait.
We're going to sing some songs again and again, but it will be our last video that I'm doing with Barney and the Wiggles and Blue and all that because Mike and I are going to work on a new show together soon, so stay tuned for that.
Yes.
Sam, I was wondering something. Would you like to be a part of our new series soon that Mike and I are going to do soon?
Oh, of course. I'd love to help you guys out. I'd love to help you. Yeah, of course.
Oh, great.
Just text me anytime. Text me what you want me to do, and there's a possibility I can probably do it. Cause
sure.
If you heard my voices, I mean, if you guys think I'm really this talented, then.
Yeah.
Then throw me in. I'm down.
Yeah. Of course.
And if anybody else is watching this podcast that would like to take part, let Mike and Ally know. So.
Yep.
You just let Mike and Ally know.
If you guys like to be a part of our new series soon or something like that, please let us know and we'll be happy to. Only to the ones that we all know, not the ones we don't know.
If we don't know you, we're gonna have to wait. Then we'll consider putting. Then we can consider you putting in any series. You gotta let us know. We gotta see what you can do. Before we can, consider you.
Yeah, talking about voices. I can do I can do a BJ impression from Barney. Like, this is one of his catchphrases. Ay, ay, ay! And I can even do Blue.
Yes.
And I can even do Barney like oh boy. This is going to be stupendous. That's my Barney voice. And what else? What else I can do with voice? And also this is my Billy Boy voice. Woof, hello friends. and also, I can't do Chloe the cat because I have to edit the voices though.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because female voices can be hard to do though. If you're
if you're
the
a male,
female characters can be hard to do.
Yeah, female voices can be very hard to do. I mean, because, the thing is, now it's not hard for a female voice to do a boy because, their voices are so high and their voices don't really change that much.
That's true.
Their voices don't really change that much as us guys do. I mean, I can probably still do a boy voice if I so choose so. But, with my voice, because my voice hasn't really gotten that low yet, honestly. But,
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Let me think. Let's see. Hold on. I'm trying to think here.
We can still go. We can still go here. We can still go.
Yeah, sure.
We can still go.
All right.
You got point. Yeah, sometimes when you're thinking, probably it's hard to think of a question. So yeah,
I'm actually thinking of what I can do.
Yeah, you can do, and going back down memory lane, I would like to celebrate.
Hi, everybody. That's my Baby Bop voice.
Oh, Baby Bop, yeah. And actually, we're thinking about going down these memory lanes, and we're talking. One of these things.
That's my Becky.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And what else?
I can, we're going down back memory lane, and we actually had somebody from PBS for my last episode, so that was definitely, going back and just, I was, of course, I was still, I'm always a PBS kid, I am a PBS boy. I will be a PBS person till probably the end of time, and I look back and you look back how TV was, even back then, from 2013, because I think 2013 was the big year that TV just decided to
go downhill.
Yeah, go downhill with television, because it just wasn't that good. They changed PBS. They kind of took a lot of the PBS shows away.
Like television. Because television used to be good back in the day.
Yeah.
Like in the old 90s to the 2000s and the 2010s era, but now in 2013, I mean, they're going blah blah blah. Like for example, now they switch. Now Treehouse added a new logo, and of course the bumpers. I miss the old Treehouse nowadays. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, it's now they had to change to the old nostalgia stuff. I mean, if I ever had a time machine, and if that exists, if I would go back in time and watch old Treehouse
Disney Junior and Sprout around that time didn't really change. So,
right?
Yeah, they didn't really change. But then I think they changed. Maybe in 2015 they took off everything, and I just. Yeah, it was before I probably lost my cable, because before I lost DVR and stuff like that, and my dad just switched to doing the actual cable where you don't record anything. Yeah, so that was really sad. I just felt like TV just was not that good after that year.
Yeah. Television and video. We're really like old school things let's just say originally there was Cubo in the US, but they were shut down, unfortunately.
Yeah,
they had old Treehouse shows there.
Yeah, they had Treehouse shows on Cubo too. I remember. Cubo was great. I loved Cubo.
Yeah, there's some specific Treehouse shows that I've watched that were on Cubo there, like Dragon and Timothy Goes to School. I don't know if you know that show.
Yes, I've heard of that. Yeah.
Oh, Timothy Goes to School.
I've seen a clip of that. I've seen a clip of that. Yeah.
And Ask Me segments.
Oh, Ask Me. That was weird, but it's. But I mean, it was good, but weird. It was
I like the segment because the kids ask you questions and some of the kids will answer it to you. and all that. That's
I meant to say the
pretty
intro
good
part
feeling.
of it, the intro part of the song when they like raise their hand and just was like, and then you hear the "Ask Me." That high voice was a little weird, but then after we got it after that was I was like, okay.
Right.
After we got into the kids stuff, that was actually pretty. Oh my god, I actually remember. Oh my gosh, like back in like when Cuba was first going on. I remember like there was like these kids and they would like read segments, like they would like try to tell the story. I think it was did Scholastic was dedicating it.
Yep.
Yeah, Scholastic. Yeah, it was kind of weird. And I also loved having 321 Penguins. I remember 321 Penguins and then Veggie Tales. Loved those shows.
Tales. I love Veggie Tales.
Yeah.
It's a great.
Yeah, just so you know, 321 Penguins was another show that was created by the same people that did Veggie Tales.
It's produced by Big Idea.
Yes, Big Idea. Yes, I used to love. I actually watched 321 Penguins back in 2013 too. I enjoyed that a lot. I gotta put that back on my show list. I gotta put 321 Penguins back on my show list because that was pretty good. I'm probably gonna do something about that on my channel. That's really something I gotta do. That was a really good show, and also that's another great composer too, Kirk Heineke. I love him as well. He did the music for Big Idea. Oh my god, his music is good. I gotta say.
Yeah, Veggie Tales. It is a great video series. I do have some Veggie Tales tapes, so you can't see them due to the audio.
I have some. I have some Veggie Tales and 321 Penguins tape, the DVDs.
I forgot to mention, not just Barney or The Wiggles or Blue or Veggie Tales or other VHSs I have other various tapes. I have Disney VHSs, I have other movie tapes, and all kinds of videotapes. I've collected VHS tapes and DVDs throughout the years, throughout my whole life. I love videos and television and music. I love collecting them all my life. Ever since I was little.
Absolutely.
And in case you're wondering how many I have right now, well, I have over 1,050 something VHS tapes. I have so many.
And I have so many. I have so many media collect. I have a big media collection in my house. I have video games. I have some VHSs. I have DVDs, and I think I have some CDs too. So we're big media. I'm a big media collector at my house.
Yeah, some of us in our YouTube world are media collectors, and some are just, I don't know. Not just VHS or DVDs I collect. I also collect books, and sometimes I collect books and stuffed toys, stuffed animal friends. I have them in my bed as well, and I also like to draw, like I have in my bedroom wall and all that stuff. I hang them up and stuff so people can see it, and I like to look at it. Because of the hard work of the drawing effort, I use my imagination to draw a character or one of your favorite things or something like that. I mean, it's fun to draw and stuff like that.
It is.
And you color it. And what else is there? What else? So to start off, I first discovered YouTube in 2008 or 2009.
Yeah,
I think.
I discovered YouTube in 2010 actually.
Oh wow.
I might have discovered it a little earlier, but I don't remember. I think 2010 because my brother would actually watch Sonic stuff on there.
Right. Yeah, I first discovered YouTube when I was watching some Barney videos and Thomas and some people who've done their VHS and DVD collections as well, and that's what got me to do YouTube. So just a quick story back through of how I got to YouTube, and I had other YouTube channels too in the past, but those don't count because those were deleted though because I don't have my old videos or channels anymore. But I still have my old Ally Jessa Productions 2013 channel, which I still have. I don't post videos on that channel or anything anymore. It's not important, so I kept that channel up for memory purposes. Which you probably know my old channel, Ally Jessa Productions, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so I created that channel on September 17th, 2013. By the way, it's almost 9 years since I created that channel.
Yeah, I know. Gang, we've grown up so fast. I tell ya, it's really
Yeah.
amazing. Now
I
we're
never
in
knew
it.
I kept. I
Yeah.
never knew I kept my old channel that long.
Yeah. Back in the day, we just had stuff like VHSs, and then we had like VHSs, and we had DVDs, and we would rip whatever is on, you know, cable.
Yeah,
Rip
like
whatever we have on
you know,
cable.
back in our old YouTube days, we don't have YouTube back then or any other social media. So the only way you could watch videos is on VHS or on DVD or on television.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could watch I know YouTube first invented it in 2005,
Yeah.
which was me at the zoo, the very first video, which some of you might have known. The very first YouTube video that was ever created in April 2005 back then, I think. So yeah,
Yeah. Well,
yeah. So yeah, on my Ally Jessa Productions, I used to do videos and stuff like that. And also I have my current Ally Jessa 2000 channel, which I created on November 7, 2017, which is almost 5 years since I created that channel. So yeah, but I'm not counting the other channels, like I said, because
Yeah.
so and if you're wondering what I do on my YouTube channel is, well, I do my VHS and DVD collections and music videos and of course my movies and VHS openings and closings and all kinds of videos and stuff like that. That's what I love doing on YouTube. I love entertaining people, and I will continue to do so for many years to come, because I love to make everybody happy by putting a smile on their faces, and because I just love what I love doing. I'm never gonna stop doing them.
Absolutely. So the call says I have like less than 10 minutes here. So yeah, because this is an automatic call. This must be an automatic call. So yeah, we have like less than 10 minutes here. So on this call we have less than 10 minutes. So yeah, I don't know how much time you needed. I don't know.
Let me think if I have more to add to the story. Let me think to there. Let me see. Hold on. Do I have more to the story? I have. Yeah. So my favorite childhood shows, I keep saying before. I love Barney, The Wiggles, Blue, Bob the Builder, Thomas, Clifford, Dora the Explorer, Toy Castle, The Big Comfy Couch, and The Berenstain Bears. My 10 main favorite shows. Oh yeah, I also like Kipper the Dog and Angelina Ballerina and Rubber Dumpers and Oswald, and of course Animal Jam. Those 5 various hit entertainment series.
Yes, absolutely. Those are really great.
Yeah,
those are great.
I'm a huge hit entertainment lyric fan because I always loved watching the videos and the previews and stuff. I can do an Earl Fisher voice. Now available on home video from Lyric Studios.
Not bad.
Thanks. And I can also sing like Greg Wiggle from the Wiggles. By the way, I know you're not a fan of it, so I respect your opinion, but this is how I sing. La 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 la. Yeah.
Not bad for a Greg impression, honestly. I gotta say, not bad. Yeah.
Thanks.
But reading all these, going back and watching all these shows, I think now, we grew up with like VHSs and watching stuff on the actual television. Now we have digital devices. People have ripped, their DVDs. They've ripped almost everything. Everything's pretty much digitalized now. Most of it legal, and some of it, close to being legal, but not really officially legal. But
right.
It's whatever.
Now we're into digital stuff nowadays because people have Disney Plus, Netflix, Tubi, and Google Photos.
Absolutely.
And of course iTunes as well.
And now we have YouTube.
Yeah,
know?
well, but the problem is because YouTube is strict with copyright, though. Because
Yeah.
what if people are like want to watch the videos and
Yeah.
YouTube
Well,
can't
I mean,
allow
we have our. I mean, I guess we have archive for Google Drive. I guess.
Well, there's a new alternate way to there's a new alternate way to post stuff on copyrighted stuff on Google Drive or Internet Archive which which is more safe than doing it on YouTube because you don't want to get terminated. Like I got terminated back on my Ally Jessa 2000 VHS openings channel, which
Yeah,
I
we
felt
were able to
depressed
get
about
it
it.
back. I think.
Yeah, I got it back at least. I thank goodness. I already got it back. I already filed an appeal, and boom, I got it back. And I thank the Lord to have made a miracle happen. Amen. So yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, because but the most important thing I really miss about is doing the videos, like VHS openings and closing and stuff. I don't care about the subscribers or views. I care about the videos of what I love doing, because you know because if you want to know why, I work very hard doing those videos, because if I ever got them vanished, then I have to start over again. It wouldn't be fun though, but I mean, it's good to keep your videos saved, and if you want to re-upload again, you do it again and all that. I mean, it's for the memory, I mean,
Yes.
I mean, yeah, because I mean, and back when I do VHS openings and closings, do you know the previous guy, the YouTuber, previous guy VHS openings?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the YouTuber who inspired me to do VHS openings and closings. And Batty Barney 1995. I don't know if you know this YouTuber, Batty Barney 1995, the one who does Barney video collections and of course full Barney videos.
Yes. I think
that was
Barney.
That was one of the first Barney YouTubers I discovered. I know there's Jeremy Crispo video who does
love
Barney.
Jeremy and Thomas. Yeah, Jeremy Crispo does Thomas. He did Thomas as well. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I know there's Jeremy Crispo. There's our purple friend, aka Video Station Barney. I think one of those YouTubers who does those things. And other various YouTubers that got me to do those videos and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
what else is there? Let me see. Ally's class not only was inspired by Barney and the Wiggles, but it was also inspired by Mike and the Funtime Gang, basically because of the animation and everything. Because just like how Michael Ruffins does his Mike and the Funtime Gang and Rainbow's Riddles, that's how I did the animation stuff. Just like how he did, I did the same things too. Because it's fun to do.
Yes. All right. So it says that we only have 3 minutes on this, so I don't know. Yeah, because this was pretty much. I think we had a third person here. We had a third person to view in here, so I think that's what really happened at first. We had some technical difficulties. So, yeah, unless if I could extend it a little bit, I could cut it and extend it a little more, but then that's going to be really it. I'm going to go for a little more. If you would like to go for more, I'll have to reset this. So.
Let me think.
You gotta decide, because it only says you gotta make a decision, because it only says 2 minutes on here.
Okay. Let me make it quick here. Well, some of my favorite Nick Jr. shows I like were Blue's Clues and Dora the Explorer, Oswald, and Wonder Pets. Which those are great.
Yes.
And other shows too.
Yes. So now I don't know. I think
that's pretty much it.
All right. So now I actually got one more question. Now I asked this to all my guests. So this is called Entertainment Treasure Talk so I gotta ask, what is a show that is entertainment treasure to you? Like, what is a show, a video game, or
what show that's entertainment treasure to me?
Yes. Like, what is some shows? Oh crap, we got under a minute here. We may not be able.
Dear.
We gotta.
Okay, so what show that entertainment treasure to me? Basically, Barney and Friends, because You know, it's because basically it's fully a treasure
Yes.
because you know it brings the nostalgia feeling for Barney and friends. Like
I'm gonna have
Barney
to start a
teaches,
second. I'm
like
gonna
I
have to
said
start a
before.
second call here. I'm gonna have to start it. So it's about to end. Yeah, I'm gonna have
Oh,
to start a second call. So I'm gonna redo this
oh,
again. All right, folks. So sorry about all that. Yeah, we had to make another group call because Meet apparently does what it does, and that's why I normally use Duo for everything else. But I wanted to try Meet because I didn't think because that was the only thing I think Ally knew how to really use. So okay,
well,
so
I'm using.
yeah. Wait. Uh-oh.
You're saying?
Okay, yeah, there we go. I thought you were malfunctioning there, but that's okay. But
Oh,
yeah.
that's
All
all
right,
right.
but yeah, continue what you were talking about. You had your entertainment treasure was Barney, so continue and finish that off, please.
Yeah. So, but the biggest entertainment treasure show to me was Barney and Friends
Mm-hmm.
because you know it's a great children's video series, the one of the best children's shows ever. Like where Barney teaches kids about how to use their imaginations and taught how to share and care, and most importantly, love. With like I said before, not just that, but all the other shows are all entertainment treasure to me. All of them.
Mm-hmm.
All the kids
Yeah.
shows are
Mm-hmm.
entertainment treasure because it brings the nostalgia feeling to it on the inside of you. There's the Wiggles, Blue, Bob, Thomas, Kipper, Clifford, Toy Castle, and
Yeah.
also Rubber Dubbers, Oswald, Dora Explorer, and all that stuff. It brings the nostalgia feeling to you on the inside of it
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. It's like you want. It's like and I'm a kid at heart, just so you know.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I am too. But you know, and some of these things about some of the young preschool shows, I think that they pulled off something that a lot of shows like our teen shows like iCarly, Drake and Josh, all those shows. I feel
Right.
like something there's something that preschool shows pull off that no other show can. I know as you're a teenager, you
Yeah,
want to watch those
I mean
shows.
Drake and Josh and iCarly are
Yeah,
pretty funny
yeah,
Nickelodeon
they're
sitcoms,
funny.
along with the Disney Channel sitcoms like
Yeah,
The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and
yeah,
Hannah Montana, Wizards of
yeah,
Waverly Place.
yeah, yeah.
Those are classic,
Yeah,
brings to my
those
childhood.
are pretty decent shows. Pretty goodly shows as well. But now I look out on it and I'm like, oh wow, I really watched this.
I think Selena Gomez played Alex in Wizards of Waverly Place.
Yes, she did. She did. Yep, you're right about that. So
Yeah.
yeah, but folks, we've had a lot of fun here. So I gotta say thank you, Allie, for being a guest on my show here, my
Oh, you're
podcast,
very welcome.
and
You're very welcome.
I
It's always a pleasure to be. It's always a pleasure to be interviewed in your podcast, and I say thank you very much, Sam. I had a lot of fun talking to you and to all of you out there, and I had fun. I had a lot of fun today to talk about my show at Ally's Playhouse, and of course some nostalgia shows and video collecting and all that stuff. I had lots of fun today, so thank you very
I
much,
did
Sam.
too.
I had fun.
Yep. You know what? I pretty much had, fun to myself. And all right, guys. You know, once again, thank you, Allie. And so I don't. I hopefully now, when I have my next guest, we'll have more of nostalgic time. We'll have more going back to nostalgia and talking about you know other
Yeah.
things with my next television guest or my next entertainment guest that I've had that has worked on shows like video games or have worked on music or TV or movie or film. No matter what, I hope my next guest that comes on. I hope hopefully we'll be able to get have another great guest on. But anyway, I once again want to thank Allie for being here. And everybody, we will. Yeah. Hey, just to let y'all know, Ally will. This is not the only time you'll see Ally. He will come back. He has agreed to come back on certain, when I have certain, guests from television. He has agreed to come back. So, just to let everybody know, this is not the only time you'll see Ally.
And also subscribe to my Ally Jessa 2000 YouTube channel for more content. If you want to see my VHS and DVD collections and my movies and things like that.
Yes.
And also keep an eye out for this Sunday on September the 18th. I'll be premiering Ally Playhouse in You. So look out for that.
All right. I'm excited. And until then, folks. Until then, folks, take care, everybody, and also know that you are full of entertainment treasure as well, like my ending logo is going to tell you. Bye.
Yes. Bye-bye. See you next time.
Thank you for watching this episode of the Entertainment Treasure Talk. We hope that you had fun and that you enjoyed the show. If you enjoyed this episode of the podcast, maybe you'd like to watch or hear more episodes of the show. The link to the playlist is in the description. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more upcoming episodes. And don't forget that you're awesome and that you too are filled with entertainment treasure. See you next time for another great episode of the podcast. Peace out.